You can smell the cooked eggs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hello? Anybody there?
I haven't seen the sun in a fucking week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of After Hours. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today I don't even know who I'm joined by today. John Romano, Mr. G, and I have a field I'm looking at. I'm assuming by the shape of the lens, it's got to be Jimmy the Bull somewhere in a rural field, getting piles of dirt somewhere.
Yeah, and he's pissed at me.
He's mad because you accused him of putting a smoke bomb in his truck last week, and it was actually a real fire.
It looked very contrived.
Where is he? Jimmy, what's going on? By the way, Greg is getting a stress test, I think, right?
Yes, he is getting a stress test.
He has no stress test.
I need the stress test, not him.
You're right, you do. So now what happened to the truck last week?
First of all, I just want to say, because how much I love you guys with all my heart, George, Greg, everybody. Look at the fucking scenery I give you guys when I get on fucking the phone here. Look at that. Look at that tranquility.
Can you give us an
peace,
HD?
that spirituality. Look at that.
Can I get an HD version of that, maybe?
Landscape.
He doesn't know what landscape means. He doesn't know what landscape means.
You're asking him to fly the space shuttle like that.
Yeah. He doesn't believe that the shuttle goes anywhere, though, John. That's the only problem.
It doesn't go, and I got some fucking proof today, some hard proof, and I'm gonna shove it down John's throat today because he pissed me off. He pissed me off because he said I had a smoke bomb, and I almost fucking died of smoke inhalation. I had the fire department there. Thank God the foreman had a fire extinguisher because mine was dead. All right, I almost broke my neck because I jumped out of the truck and it almost hit the ground and fucking broke my. And this motherfucker's telling me I got a smoke bomb in my truck. My friend.
What caught fire?
My good friend John. Oh, he's got a smoke bomb in there.
What? Look,
that was a good impression.
Tyler, do you have the tape?
Let me conjure it up.
It looked very contrived. His whole reaction to it.
The fucking hardest one on fire, and the fucking electrical fire.
Normally, you were supposed to show us the fire a half hour ago. How did it? Was it still burning a half hour later?
that was my point.
The thing was burning. When I called you the first time, the thing just lit up. I jumped out of the truck. I was going to film it, and then of course, you weren't on the air yet, boss.
So he waited.
We had the smoldering effect.
Anyway, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do, John.
It was still smoldering, John.
Normally, when someone's car or truck is ablaze, the first thing they do is not get on a podcast. Okay?
What do you do?
He's about
to put the freaking fire out.
Listen, I'm loyal to you guys. That's why I tried to get on. Even I had plenty of fires when I got on the fucking podcast.
See, that's why it seemed contrived to me.
All right, so what?
Was it contrived? What kind of fucking word is contrived anyway?
What caught fire? What caught fire?
The fucking horn. I had the GPS plugged into the lighter, and it sparked out and it caught the electrical horn.
So he caused the fire, John. He caused the fire.
Well, yeah, he caused the fire. That's what I'm saying. It looked contrid.
No, but I'm saying he didn't do it purposely, but he
actually just stop saying that fucking word. That word bothers me, contrived.
My point is that any reasonable person notices their car or truck is on fire. What is the first thing they do? I guarantee you, getting on the
fire. That's what I did.
You live stream, John. You live stream right to your Instagram. That's what you do from now on.
I mean, wouldn't you want to put the fire out? Isn't that the first thing that comes to your mind?
I couldn't put the fire out, John. What was I going to do? Piss on it?
Yeah.
My fire extinguisher was dead, man.
Sand, dirt, piss.
Hold on. But the fact here, we're missing the fact is that he caused the fire by plugging his phone into the cigarette lighter.
Right.
What? That's what
you guys. I tell you guys, you guys twist Everything around you fucking pissed me off. You sometimes. I'm telling you.
Now there's
you
a
always gotta twist
possibility.
shit. I had a fire. That's it. Simple. I don't have a contrive. I didn't have a fucking. That sounds like some kind of venereal disease. I had a contrive. No, I didn't have a fucking contrive. I had a fire.
Well, here's the thing, Jimmy.
So now do you have to pay for the damages because the truck caught fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Dave, you made a good point. This is why I'm not buying. Okay, there's so many holes in this story.
God.
The wind whistles.
Lord Jesus, do you hear this? Do you hear this man speaking,
Here's the
Lord?
other hole in it. He's been complaining about that truck for like
Oh,
forever.
you think he sabotaged it, huh?
The brakes don't work. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. The suspension doesn't work. The wheel falls
Do you
off.
hear this man, Lord?
Okay. All right. So now Jimmy could say, if I plug this fucking thing in over here, the truck's gonna burn up, and I'll finally get rid of this fucking thing, and they'll give me a new truck.
Yes, I did. The fucking thing is in the shop right now. That's
So
where
there it is, smoldering away, burning up like a leaf. And what does he do? He gets on the air with us. He doesn't try to put the fire out, call 911. My truck is on fire. No, he's gonna wait till somebody comes and delivers him a new fire extinguisher.
Now you're talking, John.
And in the meantime, when he could have called 911, in the meantime, he's on the phone with us.
Yeah.
They're gonna call 911. What are they gonna do?
Send the
This
fire.
sounds like, when remember the old show All in the Family with Carol Connor, Gene Stanley? Well, whenever Archie would argue with Meathead, remember?
Mike.
People don't even know what we're talking about. They would
All in the
argue, and he would start talking to the Lord. Oh Lord, please help me with this Meathead and get him to. This is like Jimmy right now.
Or call it dingbat.
Or Fred Sanford could say, and it's,
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
You know,
You know what John reminds me of? John reminds me of the guys that they twist everything around when you're telling the truth and you're trying to seek the
They're
truth.
called
to find
lawyers,
it.
Jimmy.
Fucking John is what? Yeah, he's like a fucking lawyer. He's got to take everything and twist it and fucking bend it and make it look like I'm the retard.
Is the earth flat or not? You answer the question.
It is. I'm gonna listen. I got something before I go because you're so fucking late. All right.
Where
I
did
just wanna
Richard
go
Branson
over
go? That's
stuff
what I
now.
wanna know.
I got something here.
Where did Richard Branson go
What?
when he went on that flight into orbit?
Oh, the owner of Amazon?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, he went too. Bezos went up there too.
all
Yeah, where did they go?
No, Elon Musk went the first time. He had that stupid dummy in his fucking DeLorean fucking flying around the earth. That was total bullshit. And then this guy here launched this because something's coming. They want you to still believe in the space fucking thing, right? The guy went nowhere. He went up in the air. He popped his fucking top and he fucking parachuted down. He said he was to space and he did a little float back like fucking Hollywood. That was all garbage because the earth ain't round and there is no space out there. And I got some proof right here, John. You can't deny this one, and you can't rip it apart. I got hard fucking evidence who runs this place. And I'm going to shove this down your throat right now.
What is that?
Okay, go ahead. The floor is
I got to
yours.
go.
Go ahead.
Because I gotta
go. Open.
What do you gotta go?
No.
Give me.
I want to see the evidence.
Me too.
Jimmy,
I'm going to give it to you right now. Okay, because
All right,
I'm always
let's have
doing
it.
research. I'm always researching shit. I'm always, looking for the truth. Regardless of what anybody says about me, I'm a nut. I'm a conspiracy. I should have a foil hat on. I don't give a fuck. All right? I'm not going to sit down and have somebody tell me what this place is, and I'm not going to do any investigation myself. Just listen to these assholes put shit on the TV, and I hear rockets go up, and I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Here's the proof.
All right.
You got a dollar bill on you, Dave?
I have a dollar bill on me.
Anybody got a dollar bill on?
I got a dollar bill. Hold on.
All right, get the dollar bill out and get a calculator. I'm probably going to get killed for this. The next fire, I'm going to probably be in it, okay?
Here's my dollar bill.
Okay, put it on the table,
Okay.
and I want you to look at the pyramid. And I'm not talking about the all-seeing eye and all that bullshit and New World Order, all that crap.
All
Look,
right, I
look
got
at the
the
pyramid. Look at the bottom of the pyramid. What do you see?
I need my reading glasses. I don't know. What does it say there?
Oh, you got to put glasses on, man. I can't do this whole thing by myself.
Oh, I got my little magnifying glass here, like my dad.
It's
All right, get your magnifier.
Freemasons.
It says.
Let me finish. Let me finish, George.
It says modus.
No. The Roman numerals on the bottom of the pyramid. Not many people notice.
Yeah, it says MD. What is that? 40. MDCCLXXDI.
DCL, yeah. Well,
What year is that?
No, let's break this out. Let's break this down here, okay? M stands for 1,000.
1,000,
Do
right.
your math.
D
okay?
is 500, right?
DC. Let me finish. DCC
17.
stands for 700.
Right.
How the fuck can you see that?
LXX stands for 70.
Right.
And then the VI, or the V1, whatever it is on the end.
1776, yeah. Okay.
Six.
Okay, 1776. What year is that, guys?
That's the year we got our
1776.
independence.
Okay, the year we got our independence, okay? And
Right.
we're going to find out who gave us our independence. We already know that. So here, now let's take this here. Take the M, which is in the beginning,
Yeah.
right? That's 1,000. Now minus 1,000 from 1776. Go ahead. Get the calculator.
776.
1776 minus 1,000.
776.
776.
Then minus 100, because that's the next letter, which is C in the middle. And then minus
676.
and then minus the X on the end, before the middle. You know, it's got 3 in the right across there. So you got 1,000, 110. You minus that from 1776. That way, what number you come up with?
Well, hold on. Why you arbitrarily making deductions? You're not using all the numbers to
So it
deduct.
fits his
No,
narrative.
because they hide it. They hide it in there. They separate it. It's in there.
But you're not using all the numbers. You're arbitrarily picking.
You don't
the ones
gotta
you
use
wanna
all the
deduct.
numbers, Dave. It's hidden in there. When I hide something, I don't use everything. If you hide something in the bushes, you use all the fucking bushes, or you use a little section in the fucking bushes.
But you
What are you talking about? I'm not using all of them. I'm telling you, it's hidden in the
You're
fucking
using the
thing.
numbers
It's
that are
hidden
going to
in
make
there.
your number work. That's
You
what
don't
you're
use
doing.
all the fucking. No, you don't use all the letters.
It also says
Up in the bush. Yeah, I'm gonna use all the bushes.
He wants
it
666
also
the
says
dollar. That's what he's looking
if
for.
you arrange the letters this way, it also says 15% discount at Dino's Car Wash.
It made 666, by the way,
So
everyone.
you wanted to get the
This is why
666.
This is why the world's going to hell. All right, so now we're gonna go here.
So
Now you're gonna take-
666, you get 666.
Listen to me.
Big
Now you're
Dev-
gonna take-
devil numbers.
Now you're gonna
Dev-
take-
devil
12,
numbers.
12 if I want
Can I
to.
finish over here?
Okay.
The Gazu.
This is his
All
proof.
right, then we
John.
got
Right, it's just
then we got the DC, which is almost in the middle there, right? DC. You got LX, and then you got the VI. They put it right in, right down. Like they separate it
Oh,
nice. like
devil.
that.
Devil, you're saying, right?
Yeah, that stands for what? DC, LX, and VI. 666. It's in the fucking numbers, bro. It's in the numbers, man.
So what's
There it
your
is.
point?
Irrefutable.
My point is that's who rules this fucking place. The
What?
flat earth that we live on.
Receptions
Everything they
rule
do
the
to you,
earth?
they lie to you. They fucking
Who?
they cheat us. They
Who?
everything they do.
Who?
The elite that run this fucking world. That's
The
who.
Who are
Lizard
they?
Lords. The
The
Lizard
devil.
Who the
Lords.
fuck knows who they are? They're fucking very wealthy. They own all the money.
and
they
their
run every
call-
fucking thing.
And their call sign is 666.
And they fucking they shoot fake rockets in the fucking air to make you think there's
Okay,
space in
now-
every direction.
now-
that we're a
now-
ball
now, Jimmy,
spinning
now, Jimmy,
around the
Now,
sun.
Jimmy, if you
Get the
take-
fuck out of
take-
here.
If you take the M and then you subtract the V and then
here we
you
go.
add 12, what do you get?
Yeah. I don't know. Sausage sandwich.
I heard-
What do you get?
I was listening
You
to
tell me.
I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he said that that Stanley Kubrick, who did 2001: A Space Odyssey, remember that movie?
Yeah.
Well, he was directing that at the time that the guys were landing on the moon. They're saying that they hired him to do the moon, to fake the moon landing.
Very good,
too.
Dave. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Dave. I'm actually very impressed.
He got kicked out of the country.
So then how come that with a telescope they can see the rover driving around on the moon right now?
Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't even get a
Let's not
phone
open
signal
that
to Lloyd Harbour. They're
can
going to
of
watching the
worms.
rover driving around. Get the fuck out of here, please. Who the hell filmed the fucking lunar module when it took off the moon? When they blasted off in '69, okay, when I had fucking rabbit ears on my fucking TV at 12 fucking stations. Somehow they filmed the fucking lunar module. The camera fucking panned up and just watched them. Get the fuck out of here, please.
Okay, so
That was
how
such
do
a
you go?
stage bullshit.
So how do you go from that conspiracy theory to you being so sure? Wait a minute. How does the 666 on the dollar bill prove the Earth is flat? That's what you were doing. You said you had proof.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
where's the proof? Where's the proof? Even if you take the M from the D and add the X and take the V and the I out and you get 666, how does that make the Earth flat?
What I'm trying to show you, John, is that these people use symbol. They use fucking Tyler's laughing. These people use symbology. They put it right in our face. They think it's funny. You understand?
You're not
All that
answering
shit.
my question.
You know what, John, the funny thing is, he's the Freemason.
Everything is a lie. It's all tied in. We live in a fucked up system, bro. That's how it's tied in.
So explain how there's a correlation between sixes on a dollar bill and the earth being flat.
John.
Yes. Answer the question.
Listen, I'm just telling you that we're living lies, okay? I'm saying the earth is flat. You can believe whatever you want. I don't believe we live on a spinning ball flying around the fucking side. I think it's total bullshit. So we're rockets, okay? Look up, sir. Did you ever hear his stuff? Let me ask you a question. Did you ever hear him?
I'm just trying to
one more
understand. Jimmy, I'm not alone. I'm just trying to understand here. So you're saying basically that if you rearrange the Roman numerals on the pyramid on the dollar bill, that you're going to get justification for the theory that the earth is flat.
John,
it's a yes or no question.
Did you ever hear his CERN?
It's a yes or no question. Does the numbers
it's satanic. You understand?
On the bill justify?
No, it doesn't directly tell you in the numbers that the earth is a plane. No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. I'm not saying that it says that. Okay? You're pissing me off now. I'm telling you that all this shit is a lie. It's all this beautiful earth is nothing but a fucking lie.
You said it. You said you had proof right here. I'm going to stuff it down your throat.
I had fucking proof. Who runs this place? I'm not a fucking one of these motherfuckers.
Look at the numbers.
You said you had
He's got a whole notebook, John. There.
He's got the numbers.
I think, John, what he meant is that it's all a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So he was attacking. Well, that's what I think he meant. That the fact that the dollar bill and
you know, Georgie, I swear to God, when I got on the show today, I said I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to stay calm, and I'm going to fucking explain this to John, because I know how he is, all right? He's like fucking the lawyer.
Do those numbers have anything to do with your truck burning down?
Within 5 minutes, this fucking guy's got me sweating. I want to take my shirt off in some fucking 5 minutes. He's got me sweating.
John, maybe they try to kill him with the cigarette lighter thing, and it failed.
Maybe that was it. Maybe.
Jimmy,
you're going to kill me now.
You got to be more stoic.
Remember with the movie Casino when they try to kill Robert De Niro's character?
Because I can't take this.
You can't let him get Jimmy, you're getting too emotional.
You remember in Casino when Robert De Niro got into the car and the thing blew up? They tried to blow him up, but for some reason that 1 year Cadillac had a metal plate underneath it, and it saved him. That was a true story, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's like Jimmy. They tried to fucking blow him up in the truck, but something went wrong.
Dave, Georgie, I still want to know.
Maybe that's why he's getting into all these accidents with the truck, because maybe they're sabotaging the truck.
He's trying to say that he wants a new truck, so he's going to damage the old one. We already figured that out. He set it on fire. Yeah. All right, so he plugged the thing in. But I want to know what his dollar bill thing is.
I got one more thing, because I got to get the fuck out of it, because John's giving me a fucking headache. I got to go take that. I got one more thing I want to say. You ever hear of CERN, the particle collider? Over in France.
Yes.
You did. Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. What is their logo? Please tell me.
I don't remember.
He's talking about the
you
particle.
Don't remember. You know why you don't remember? I'll tell you why. You don't remember. You know why? Because you don't do no fucking research. All you want to do is ask me everything I come out.
The particle collider is this thing, a big, huge tunnel they dug underground, and they spin electrons and all kinds of neutrons, and they collide them in there.
They smash back. Okay. Right. So please, Dave, show me the logo, please. Tyler, get it up. Show me the fucking logo. A multi-billion-dollar scientific facility. Look at their fucking logo, okay? They're going to kill me tonight in my sleep. They're going to bust my door down in my house. I know.
Switzerland? CERN, C-E-R-N.
What is their logo?
It's probably 666.
That's for the logo.
It's probably, I'm telling you, Georgie, it's 666.
Pull it up.
Either that or
why is that, John?
Either that or
there it is. The sixes. Jimmy's right.
That don't prove anything. That don't prove shit, George.
I see him.
That don't prove anything.
I see it, John.
Tyler, put it up.
Do you
He's
hear
got
me,
it up.
Lord?
He's got it
I
up.
don't have it up for everyone.
John Romano, Lord. Do you hear him?
Hold on.
Please straighten him out.
I see it, Jimmy.
What is he? Still don't understand the point he's trying to make. What are you trying to say? Is the earth flat? He started
what am I trying to say? I'm going to tell you what I'm trying to say.
Wait. You started out today with going to prove the earth is flat, okay? Then you said you had proof. The proof had something to do with numbers on a dollar bill, and now you're trying to say that the numbers on the dollar bill match the logo of the collider in France, and somehow that makes the Earth flat.
The collider actually looks more like a 9.
4 sixes here. There's 4 sixes here, not 3.
Oh, it's 3 6s intertwined. It ain't a 9, Dave.
Looks like a 9 to
Tyler,
me.
you got to put
it
this
up
up.
there,
please.
Tyler.
All right.
Tyler,
It's
you
3
get more
fucking
snappy
6s.
with this stuff, man.
I think it's 3 9s, actually, to be honest with you.
I got to see.
It's not 3 9s. Just stop.
Looks like a 9 to me. I don't know.
Dave, you're fucking with me, Dave. I know you're doing it on
I'm
purpose.
not. It's a 9.
Yeah, you are.
Hold on. Here he goes.
My fucking blood pressure's going through the
John,
roof
you
today.
tell me what this number is. Hold on.
I can't see it.
Hold on.
Get on it.
Tyler's not prepared.
Tyler, you got to step up your game, bro. Okay, so what is this now?
Wait, where's the 6?
I'm pulling a Crisicito now.
Can you see it?
So it's
There you go.
9.
That's what I said. It's 9
Oh
9 9.
my God, I had it. I can't.
You really got to stand
done.
on your head and spin around to get 6 out of that. Bro.
Why would they just make it look like 6s if they wanted to? Those are 9s, Jimmy.
It looks like a peach and a stick figure. It looks like a stick figure with its head up its ass. Is what it looks like.
Tyler, punch up. What is on the front lawn of CERN? The front lawn. What? Just Google that. What is on the front? What statue? What statue is on the front lawn of CERN? Please.
What statue?
Yeah. What statue?
Who's that? Is that
Who
Shiva?
is that?
Shiva. You know,
Shiva.
Okay,
Queen
Shiva.
of Shiva.
the god of
Shiva.
Cain.
Who the fuck is Shiva, John?
Isn't she a Hindu
What is she, the
god?
madam? What is she, the madam to the Who house? No, she's the goddess of destruction on the front lawn of CERN. Why the fuck?
I got a story about Shiva.
Very simple, because the collider is what destroys
She's actually
molecules.
got a
It makes total sense to me. See, it's in
Oh,
a
my
circle.
I'm going to tell you a story
I gotta
about
go.
Shiva. Hold on.
I gotta go. I can't do this anymore.
You
I
see
gotta
how
go.
it's in a circle? That's it. That's the sign of the collider. That's why it's in a circle.
Right.
And that's why it's the logo is the circles, because it's the shape of the collider.
The government of India donated it.
John, it's
right.
the goddess of Shiva. She's the goddess of destruction.
That
It's
makes
a Hindu
total
god.
sense. That makes total sense.
me
It's
tell
on
you
a
what-
What the fuck?
collider.
What are they destroying, John? They're
Can I
Particles!
tell you my
Particles!
story
They
about
want
Shiva?
Particles in the
They're not destroying
collider.
it. They want to try to find a god particle. They're trying to split open space and time. That's what they're trying to do.
Oh my God! Did he? How did he get this infected? Did one of those bugs crawl in his ear and eat out like part of his brain?
I gotta go. That's it. I'm
Because
finished. I gotta go.
This is.
I'll see you guys next
Jimmy,
week.
I'm
I'll
starting
come
to
back with
worry.
some more hard evidence.
I'm starting to worry about you. We got to set up a GoFundMe account for extensive psychological evaluations here. I'm getting worried about him, man.
Tyler!
That is.
Tyler! He's not the
there's
only
such a
fucking
thing as
normal
a
one there.
stretch.
Tyler!
I'm with you,
Tyler,
Jimmy.
do you see what I'm
Stretch.
saying?
I see what you're up
Jimmy,
against.
there's such a thing as a stretch, but not even Elaine Bryant could come up with something that springy. I'm telling you.
Shit. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I gotta dump this fucking load and go back to reality now.
You mean go back to the
Jesus
Matrix
Christ.
you're talking about?
Don't get burned.
I love you, Jimmy.
We love you, Jimmy.
I love you too, man. I'll see you guys later, man.
I love you too, Jimmy. I got to straighten
I love you
out.
guys.
All right, here's my story about it.
So I can straighten
He
you
said-
out.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to me for a couple of minutes. I
I
appreciate
want to
it.
give you my my story of Shiva. So I go to India, right, in 2012, and I'm going shopping. Aaron Singerman and I are going around shopping to all these. We hired this guy for the day to drive us around, and we go in there, and I'm like, everyone's buying little trinkets. I'm like, I want the goddess Shiva, and he's like, the guy's like, no, wait, maybe it was Vishnu. Vishnu, isn't? Which one's the one that's the goddess of death, supposedly? Shiva.
Shiva.
Yeah. So I get this picture, beautiful picture someone drew of Shiva, and he's like, "Oh, I people don't buy this picture." I said, "Why?" I said, "Why not?" He goes, "They think bad luck here in India." So I said, "Isn't Shiva the goddess of death?" He says, "In really, it's really the god of change, goddess of change." I said, "All right, well, I bought the picture, and 2 hours later." In the gym there, I tore my quad. Changed my whole life.
Oh man.
Because I met my wife, remember, because Amanda's was a physical therapist. She was helping out. She helped me out. She called me up, and we were talking about my physical therapy. So had I not torn my quad in India, I never would have met my wife, which means I wouldn't have my kids, which means I probably wouldn't be in Florida right now. So,
And you think you would have named one of your daughters Sheba after that?
There you go. Bad luck. I don't know. So that's
all right, I'm out of here. That's a beautiful
great
story, Dave. I will remember that for the rest of my life because I was the best man at your wedding. If you remember.
You were the only man at my wedding.
That's right.
I still want to know how the particle collider logo means.
John, I love you. I love you, John. I will talk to you another time.
Let me ask you this question. What about they
George,
show? Hold on, Jimmy. Listen. You know how they show a lot of these celebrities with the hand in the pocket? Are you the one who sent me those pictures? It's like a sign of the Freemasons, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Howard Stern even is a Freemason, it seems, right?
So's Flex Wheeler.
So is Jimmy the Bull.
And the one eye.
Yeah, Jimmy's a Freemason. Jimmy, you're a Freemason
He's
now,
a
right?
Freemason, and he's the one telling us about all the conspiracy theories.
I thought you're not allowed to say that shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think.
Well, that's why you're probably the next fire. I'm probably going to be fucking in it, John. That's what's going to happen. I made you a post fucking card.
What level are you?
I can't tell you what level I am.
He's ground level, obviously, John.
Jimmy, you gotta change your thoughts.
All I know is I'm fucking soaking wet to my underwear because of fucking John.
Jimmy, you gotta think positive.
The fucking Dave with the fucking nines.
Hey, Jimmy.
You guys are like, you know what you guys are like? You guys are like, you take a half a glass of water, you put it on the fucking table. I say, Dave, John, what do you see? Oh, I see a glass half full.
Jimmy, get your dollar out. I got to show you something.
That's how you guys are. You guys fuck with me constantly. Dave's been fucking with me for 30 years. You fuck with me. He fucking knows. He knows how to get me going. He fucks with me every fucking time.
Jimmy, there's a K. Look, inside of a circle. That means this is accepted at Circle K. That's what this means.
No, you ain't allowed to fucking Circle K anymore unless you got a vaccination. How about that?
Yeah, what's going on in New York now? You can't go to the gym. I heard in New York City, if you don't have a vaccination.
Yeah, Cuomo just announced that we can't go to gyms, we can't go to restaurants, we can't go to fucking theaters, we can't go to whorehouses unless we have a vaccination card. Okay, and then 20 minutes after that, he just got indicted for fucking grabbing girls' asses and breasts.
So many sexual allegations.
He did not get indicted.
What happened?
He got charged. How about that?
He didn't get charged. Investigation showed that there were women who have come forward to say that he was manhandling them, and it's probably
John, you missed your call, brother.
They want him.
Brother,
they want him to resign.
Call.
And the next phase is they could probably bring charges against him.
Will they? You think?
Probably not. He's a Democrat. They get away with everything. You're gonna bring him up on charges. Let's go back.
I gotta go. Thank you. I lost fucking 3 pounds, John, Dave, George. Thank you very much. I gotta get out of here now. I gotta go. Tyler,
good.
Tyler, I love you, man. I hope you wear that shirt in good health, please. And I'm just trying to make you guys aware of things around your world. You understand? I'm not trying to convince you or turn you into a flat earther. I'm just trying to share information with everybody because I want them to know, other than what they're told. That's all. Because I love people and I want everybody to know the fucking truth or maybe possibly some good information that might lead them to the truth or not. That's all. I'm not trying to turn anybody. I'm not saying I'm a fucking brainiac. My name ain't Neutron, Jimmy Neutron. It's Jimmy the Bull. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
It's a good reference.
That's why
Jimmy Neutron is. I'm signing out. Jimmy Neutron. That's my new name. I'm done. I'm gone. Oh, I got one more thing I want to say. I got one more thing I want to say.
Jimmy Neutrino.
Somebody mentioned. One of my friends said, "I'm not a scientist." He goes, and I started talking about the moon landings, all that bullshit, right? He goes, "Well, you're not a fucking scientist. Why? I gotta be a fucking scientist to fucking investigate shit on my own? I gotta go to college and get a degree because I want to think outside what these motherfuckers are telling me and showing me on TV? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that."
Well, it helps if you're educated enough to know off the bat what's fucking crazy bullshit and what isn't, so you don't waste your time researching.
No, it's called indoctrination, John. It's called indoctrination. From when you was a baby, when you went to school and you were 5 years old, you just stopped fucking pissing in your pants, and you went to kindergarten, okay? The first thing they did, they put a fucking round ball on Mrs. Nancy's desk for your teacher. That's what they did. You grew up looking at that round ball. It's called indoctrination. Just like Universal Pictures, when the movies come on, they see the thing spinning with the fucking Universal Studio.
I remember.
It's all indoctrination.
I remember standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't remember that shit.
It would seem like it would
That's
be,
kind of
it would be
indoctrinating.
easier for them to control us if we were on a flat Earth than on a globe. Won't you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, wouldn't you think?
No, because let's make believe for a minute before I go. I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
So the reason why they want us to believe
let's
we live
make
on a
believe for a minute before we go. We've been making
for you,
whole
for
show.
you, not for me, for you, Mr. Know-it-all, for you, not for me. Okay.
All right.
So let's make believe, you, not me, that we live on a round ball, and we came from monkeys, and we were little sperm in some mud hole fucking 9 million years ago, and somehow we grew up and we got legs and a mind and a conscience and we know what is right from wrong and all that other stuff, right? So if they make us think that we come from nothing, that means we are nothing. We're insignificant. We're just a little ball, a speck of dust, just floating around in this endless fucking universe. You're nothing. But if you knew the Earth was flat, now that's a different story. You say, wait a minute. If the Earth is flat, why would they lie to us all these fucking years? And if the Earth is flat and there's a dome covering it, like the scriptures say, well, we must have been put here. We must have been created. We must live in a creation because everything has a purpose here. That's what I'm saying. So if everybody really truly believed that, they would have no control of all of us because we would definitely know that we were put here by God, the Creator, and we live in a creation, and those guys would be powerless against us. But we're not. We're all fucked up. I gotta go. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
I think he just described simulation theory.
You know what's sad about getting old? Is that you watch your bros next to you deteriorate, you know, and you watch their mental decline, and it's very disturbing. I feel really bad for Jimmy.
He makes a compelling story, though. It definitely is pretty compelling.
He wasn't always a flat earther?
No, I didn't think he was a flat earther until recently.
Yeah, I didn't either. But you know, the dollar bill has been the subject of more conspiracy theories than I think anything ever on the face of the earth.
It does have a lot of weird shit on it.
There's a lot of hidden symbolism in everything that's out there. So the the symbolism aspect of what he was talking about should have been separate from his flat Earth theory because
yes,
there is symbolism because there is that Freemason, whatever you want to call them, ground, type of I guess you could say fraternity that's out there of people that work together, obviously, that probably run the world, that put a lot of symbolic stuff out there to kind of like say, hey, we're here type of thing. But I don't think and I believe that there is a degree of truth to that, probably more truth than we acknowledge, but I can't buy the whole flat Earth thing.
No. Well, let's go back to the money for a second.
Yeah.
I want to explain to you why there is symbolism and stuff in here. They had to sell this shit when it came out. Before paper money came out, we had gold and silver coins.
Right.
That's how you did business. You paid with gold and you paid with silver in different size coins and denominations. It was because the metal is bulky and inconvenient that we went to paper money, and the paper money was supposed to represent an appreciable amount of gold and silver at Fort Knox. Okay,
the paper was
the guys who created these notes wanted to make them extremely difficult to counterfeit and make fake ones that would undermine the value of people's money. So they had to make it attractive. So they put all this symbolism and shit in here that they could make stories about and make this thing the most interesting history-packed note that you could ever fucking get. It would make people want it and keep it and save it and not want the money, the metal. And that's why all of the paper money has characteristics about it that fall into these conspiracy theories, because when they designed them, they wanted to make them popular and attractive and wanted people to want them.
And
They want them to want them because of this stuff they want to look at and see if it's true or whatever, but they had to sell the idea of paper money versus hard money. And that's why you have all of these things that Jimmy thinks the world is flat over.
Sounds like a good story to me. No, you're right. I mean, in a sense, because and why not put all that historical U.S. history on the bills? I mean, that's after all, That's how we
They had to make them attractive. If you have gold in your hand, silver in your hand, and you're what is going to make you say, okay, here, bank, you take my real money and give me paper in exchange for it.
Right.
The mindset of the time was you want to change people's minds.
Yeah.
So that's why
it's like a cell phone, John, right? Why? Who can make the more attractive cell phone? The most gizmos and gimmicks in there, and that's how they're going to sell the cell phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jimmy's just trying to equate everything as a conspircy.
Yeah, there are some conspiracies that are probably true out there.
Well,
it's not everything.
The Rockefeller, the Rockefeller organization, which has to do with the banks and all the people have the money that control everything. That's what he's trying to talk about. So,
Georgie, I'm surprised he's not interested in current events. What's his position on the vaccine and all of the conspiracies surrounding the COVID numbers and all that? That's the shit that people are talking about now. They're not looking at fucking 666 on a dollar bill right now. So, and flat Earth is old bullshit, to be honest with you.
What he's seen is there are a bunch of elites in all these countries that want to try and control everyone. It's like world communism.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing here with this stupid fucking virus. Is they're trying to control the world.
Right. All right. And that's when they try to say marginalize this group, that group, this group. You separate the groups: black, white,
right,
gay, transgender. All these groups. This way, there's no cohesiveness. No.
Right. You create division, and with division.
Right. So that Right. They'll keep going. Everyone will be a victim.
Divide and conquer.
Well, they don't want anyone congregating. They want people to actually. It's like keep everyone separate, and then no one's going to fight the government or say anything.
Well, it's tribalism. That's what tribes do. This tribe against that tribe.
Right,
I mean, that's what happens.
Yep.
Now, if you look at monkeys, the one monkey tribe of the monkey. If they catch another monkey, they'll rip the other one to pieces, even though they're a monkey. That's what happens.
Speaking of monkey, did you see the? I just want to switch to the Olympics for a second. That Laurel Hubbard girl, who's the transgender from New Zealand, who made the Olympic teams, who we thought was a travesty, and she was breaking all these records. All of a sudden, she couldn't lift anything. She failed all her lifts, and she didn't even win a medal at the Olympics.
Yeah, she couldn't present a good snatch.
I personally think that I think she threw the Olympics. I think she purposely missed the lifts. I think there's no way she couldn't have lifted that weight. It was a breeze for her. I think she did it purposely. She wanted to get in the Olympics to make a statement, but she knew that winning probably would have been, who knows? People might have tried to kill her. I don't know. Someone sent me this thing. Look, I don't know if you see it up there. You remember that movie Matilda? Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, that's
With
her.
That's Miss Trenchbull. Someone from the UK put this up. It's really funny. Miss Trenchbull hasn't aged a day since the '72 Olympics. She looks like the Miss Trenchbull character from.
I'm just remembering that.
That teacher.
Yeah,
Miss Trenchbull.
Oh, with the big mole.
Yeah, she was in the '72 Olympics. She did the shot put or something like that, right? Remember?
So while we're on the Olympics, we got to talk about Simone Biles.
Yeah, she somehow mysteriously was able to do her last event.
Well, I want to take my C word comment back from last week.
We already eliminated it from the show. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you did?
That's appreciated, though.
Yeah,
Good,
but it's appreciated that you did it anyway. Yeah.
I want to explain myself. Other than the fact that I was hanging out with Lee Priest and he uses that word every other sentence.
Well, that's what the Australians do.
I'm telling you, he uses that word for more things. You use the word.
Anybody who's an idiot, they call the word cunt.
Or their best friend. They use it for 100 different things, and he uses it all the time. So anyway, I was just talking to him. So anyway, I was on the tip of my tongue anyway. Okay. But what she did at the moment was pretty terrible, And I still think what's going on is pretty terrible. And I'm just now I'm on the fence about this whole situation because it's not technically her fault. She's just been subjected to this victim culture where everything's got to have a cause and effect, where you have to have a pill to fix it. Dave, when you and I and Georgie, when we were kids, did you ever hear the term ADD? Did you ever hear of anybody on Ritalin?
No.
You had 30, 40 kids in a classroom. Some of them were smarter than others. Some of them were cut up. Some was a class clown.
Right.
Others were slower than were a little bit slow. The smart ones helped the slow ones. The teacher kept and everybody fucking made it.
It fits as a puzzle, John. It's a puzzle. Everyone it fits as a puzzle. You're either A or Z.
Right, and everyone made it, right? But now if Johnny can't read, it's because he's got ADD or he's got peanut allergy.
That was untrue, John. That yes, she has ADD, but she was able to bring her medication there because of course they actually applied ahead of time for her to get an agreement to be able to do that.
Of course. I mean,
she literally just had something happen to her mentally. We don't know what the break was. We don't know what emotional issues she was having. It's a lot of stress. No family was allowed to come with you over to Tokyo. They only let you in the country while you're competing. You got to get out after 48 hours after you're done competing. They don't want anyone in there. I don't know why they allowed us that. They should never have had the Olympics in Tokyo. They should have changed it to a different venue.
They should have had it in Florida.
They should have had it in Florida, exactly. It would have been no problem.
What was happening? She was getting disorientated when she was doing the flips and didn't know where she
got. What happened, Georgie, somewhere along the line, somebody told her it's okay to quit. That's what happened. Yeah. And if you're vying for a gold medal in the fucking Olympics to be the #1 person in the entire world of 7.5 billion people, there's a lot of pressure. You got to be able to take it. Yeah, and if you can't take it and you fold, you deserve to lose.
I would have told as a coach, I would have told it, regardless of what you got to do this no matter what. Even if you fall on your face, you gotta go through it because everyone's watching you.
Right.
You have a message.
But Georgie, it's the mentality that's been bred out of them with this cancel culture and all this fucking victimhood nonsense. I will take you guys back to 1984 in the Olympics in Los Angeles. The LA Times ran an article that questioned 1,500 Olympic athletes, and they asked all of them the same question. If you could take a substance that guaranteed you a gold medal but would kill you within the next 5 years, would you take it? 98% of them said yes. Okay? So that's how important a gold medal in the Olympics was. Now you're representing America. You're the top of your team. You're supposedly the best one ever. And it's time to shine. And what do? I'm a little bit stressed out today.
I get the twisties.
I'm going to quit.
I get the twisties.
Too much is given, much is required.
I tell my athletes all the time. I'm like, I'm a pretty laid back coach in the sense until I see people crying and complaining and bitch. I said, look, bodybuilding's not easy. That's why there's not a lot of great champions out there. Right. If you want to be the best, you have to suffer. You have to endure. You have to go through pain. You have to have discomfort. You're not going to feel good. You're not going to want to see people and talk to people. You're going to be I remember the last 2 weeks before the USA Championships in '95. I was so lean that it hurt to sit down on a chair. My glutes there was nothing there. It was miserable. I couldn't sleep at night. I just laid in bed. I couldn't relax. And that's what you need to endure. If you don't have that mindset, if you don't have that I do or die, I'll die for this attitude, you're never going to be the best at what you do. And that's the truth. And people don't want to hear that today anymore. Too bad. Tough shit. If that makes me a tough ass, maniac, coach, whatever, that's what it takes.
No, you got to do that. If you want to
just be a guy who goes through a transformation or a girl who loses a little bit of weight, that's a different story. But if you come to me and say, I want to be a pro, I want to compete on a pro level, then you got to endure what it takes to be the best. And that's something that a lot of people don't have inside them.
No, if you're comfortable, Billy, right? If you're comfortable, you're doing it wrong.
Right. It's dangerous. Right. Gymnastics is dangerous. If you land on your head, you could break your neck and die. We know that. Just like the X Games events are dangerous, just like professional football is, MMA, boxing, bodybuilding's dangerous too. They take performance-enhancing drugs. You're pushing your body. You're dehydrating yourself. You're getting up.
Last week is
it's
crazy.
Dangerous. There's a danger component to it. If you don't want to be in that zone, don't do it. No one's making you do it.
Exactly.
Hey, Dave, you remember Billy Billy Gunn. I mean, remember Billy Gunn's in his first contest?
Yeah.
He was freaking out. Yeah. He didn't want to go on there. He broke down.
Yeah, did you have a pep talk with him?
Yeah. I says, you gotta listen to me. It doesn't fucking matter. You gotta get the fuck out of there because the only thing you remember is the things you didn't do. Everyone feels like this. This is what you feel like. You feel like you want to die. But if you've come this far.
Here's the thing. If Simone Biles performs flawlessly, what's her reward? Millions and millions and millions of dollars in endorsements and contracts and appearances, all kinds of shit named after her, a line of gymnastics clothes. She's going to be a household name everywhere. Do you know how many people get to enjoy that rung on the ladder of life? This fucking many out of 7.5 billion. So you know what? The price tag for that lofty perch is quite high. And if you can't afford
ownership.
Exactly. If you can't afford it, you can't own it. Right. So it's just like, I want to buy a Ferrari, but I'm $375,000 of disposable cash shot. Now, do I get it anyway? No. I don't get it. So
you're gonna have to work your ass off to get it. You know what I mean?
And whatever I did to get to that point where I could flake off pocket change to buy that thing, that is worth a lot of suffering. And it's worth a lot of negative. It's worth a lot of stress, a lot of performance-enhancing drugs, mind-altering drugs, whatever the fuck it takes to be number one. Right. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And besides life, John,
as number one in the fucking world, the top of your team, the top of the U.S., and say to the world, I'm a little stressed out. I'm gonna quit. That is past fucked up. So.
Hey, John, it's like these people, you know, they want you to hold their hands the whole way. You think at the elite level of gymnastics or any other sport for that matter that the coach is holding the person's hand and saying, "Oh, rubbing their back. Oh, it's right." No, you got to be fucking tough as nails, man. Right. When I coach people at the elite level, people who tell me they want to be. Now I'm not talking about like regular people. I'm talking about people who want to be pro bodybuilders. I'm tough on them. I'm not your mother. I'm not going to chase you for your homework. If you don't send me your updates, you're not going to hear from me. You're an adult. How bad do you want this? You know, the people that want it bad, I hear from them every day. They give me updates. They're always constantly on top of me because they want as much out of me as they can get. They're not waiting for me to come and tuck them into bed at night to make sure they get a good night's sleep. I mean, it's pathetic when I see that. I mean, How could people, if you don't have that killer instinct in you, you're never going to succeed at the elite level. At the elite level, we're talking about.
Remember Triple H training? He worked till midnight, and then at midnight, when he was getting ready for WrestleMania, he'd be on a bodybuilding diet, like getting ready for a show, and he'd be training like a savage, you know, to get in the ring, and that's at midnight.
It's whatever it takes.
Right. I mean, he didn't want to do it. His son. You know,
if the reward for all of this shit was a blue ribbon and an afternoon in a park on a Saturday, that's one thing. But when you're talking about the top of the world, the most elite in the world, with so many millions of dollars coming your way, if you do your job right, I'm sorry, but that's a tough deal. And if you can't hack it, you don't deserve it. Bottom line,
you got to be willing to do other things people won't do.
Right.
That's what you got to be willing to do. Right. I mean, and people who got to the top will tell you this way. And then not only that, then you get all your personal life. People die. Things happen. People get sick. You know, you lose your job. You know, or you lose your bit while you're trying to accomplish.
I lost his audio. Yeah, Mr. G, you're mute.
Huh?
Oh, there you go. Came back.
Yeah, somebody. I was getting
It really depends on, you know, where you want to go with what you do. You know, like I said, there's so many different levels. You know, when you're at that elite level, there's no excuses. There's no like hold my hand. There's no like feel sorry for me because you know what? Those people finish last. Those people don't finish first.
Dave, I just saw firsthand a girl who's in the UFC. She just won the first round knockout last week in Vegas.
Yeah.
And she in the training, they was destroying her. The coach had her on her back for like 15 minutes straight, because she was gonna fight, and she was freaking out. And then she got mad, and the coach said, "Listen, I don't give a fuck. This is what you got to do. You got to listen to what I'm telling you, And as a result, she wound up winning in the first round knockout because she went through that shit being on her back.
Yeah.
It's like being on your back for 15 minutes straight, being choked, pulled. Forget about it.
Mr. G knows he goes through it every day.
Not being able to breathe.
Ask one of Jimmy's girlfriends.
You want to die. Look, in a marathon, right? You've run marathons, Dave. So what happens? You can run 25 miles, and you got 1.2 miles left to go, and you want to quit.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Like literally, that happened to me. You hit the wall.
Yep.
So my dad was at my first marathon. My dad goes, "Listen, you don't have to keep running. You can walk, but you gotta finish."
Yeah.
Right? With my I'll never forget that. I had food poisoning too. I cooked chicken a day and threw up halfway through when I finished. And as a result of finishing that experience was able to give me a life going through things that you're gonna have to go through.
It's really simple, Georgie. We are from a different era. We're from the era of when Apollo 13 was in trouble. They shut the door, and the flight commanders, the first thing he says is, lock the doors. Nobody leaves. Failure is not an option. If you can't consider it, you can't do it.
Jimmy would say that was staged.
Too bad it was fake.
What was?
Jimmy would say that Tom Hanks directed that scene.
Yeah.
No, you're out in the middle of the ocean, and there's only one way back, to swim.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do. And this generation, the Simone Biles generation, is loaded with victims, quitters, people with shitty work ethic, and no concept of what it means to not put yourself first, to put your team first, to put your quest first, and you last. They don't know how to do that. So it's not her fault. She was taught that. She was taught somewhere along the line that it's okay to be a victim. It's okay to quit. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to put your team last. She was taught that by somebody.
I think that she wasn't, but I think what happened was with the whole Olympic gymnastics program, and because of all the pedophilia, that Dr. Nasser, they got arrested.
Yeah.
He was, molesting all the girls and everything like that. After that, it's because it was a reign of terror when Bella Caroli and the wife ran everything. They kicked everyone out. They cleaned house. Now everyone's in charge of themselves now. So you know what happens when the cat's away, the mice shall play. Type of thing.
Right.
And I think they lost that killer instinct there because they don't have that. All these coaches now are afraid to be tough on these girls, because they're going to get arrested or they're going to get brought up on charges. They're going to get fired, lose their position. So everyone's like, well, let the kids run everything. It's like it's like going to school and having the teacher not be able to keep control of the kids,
So there's a certain benefit to structure and discipline and toughness.
Yeah, they want
work
that.
ethic, and we just don't teach it anymore. It's
You're not allowed, because everyone's allowed to be equal. Everyone's a winner, John.
When I was in school in Long Island, the teachers could hit us. When I was in grammar school in Long Island, the teachers could hit us. My 5th grade teacher, Mr. Lowe's, used to keep an umbrella stand full of yardsticks from the lumber yard, and he would break them over your ass in the front of the whole class. He would put everybody in a circle, put the desk in the middle of the room, bend you over it, and break the fucking ruler across your ass in front of everybody.
Those were better times.
That's how I went to school. Imagine today.
Oh my God,
that happened.
Forget about it.
Yeah, he would humiliate you. You needed to be humiliated. That taught you a lesson. Or
You know how many times I had to go through that over a whole year?
Or how about you acted like a dick when you were like 18, 19 and you got punched in the face? And then you realize, I'm being a dick. I gotta, I can't act like an asshole. You need boundaries. You need discipline. Everyone needs it. Kids thrive on it.
It's a brave new world, guys. That's the bottom line here. Hopefully we survive this. The whole world doesn't.
Well, was that girl on drug? Was she on medication?
No, she's been on ADD medication for her whole life.
Oh my! Why?
Because she's needed it.
Well,
she's a kid who couldn't
needed
concentrate in school. She's been on it since she's 3 years old. So
It doesn't.
it doesn't matter. That's what she's been on. They didn't take her off the medicine. They tried to start a whole conspiracy thing saying she didn't get her medicine in Tokyo because it's illegal. But they applied ahead of time and they got her the right to be able to use it.
That's what I'm saying. They put these people on all this, which lowers you, actually screws up your own serotonin.
Of course it does. But you know
and
what?
Those psychotropic drugs cause suicide. The very thing that's trying to stop suicide causes that.
I think, George, you know what? My theory on those drugs is that on people that really need it because they actually have a deficiency in certain things, I think it works well on them. I think it's when you give it to people for the wrong reason who don't need it, that's when you get those crazy, weird side effects. Like the guy John was investigating, the Taylor Hooton. Taylor Hooton didn't really have depression. He wanted to take steroids. His father took them away from him, and then he went into depression because he was losing all the muscle he gained. I think and so they put him on an antidepressant that he didn't really need.
Which was known to cause suicidal ideation in pediatric patients.
Right, but a lot of what I'm saying is he really was clinically depressed because of a chemical imbalance. Probably the antidepressant would have helped him.
It ran in the family. His mother was depressed, and his sister tried committing suicide, or his mother, or vice versa.
I believe that diet and a protocol of talking to somebody and having tools to lift you out of it naturally is far better than trying to introduce a drug that's gonna actually alter your mind.
George, you're 100% right with the diet. 100% right.
I've done it. Look, I've done it my whole life with people coming in on the drugs. I take them off.
Yep.
I go, do you feel any better?
He only has 3 or 4 suicides to his credit.
The fact that it's less than 5 is commendable.
I have 100% success rate.
By the way,
that's because of you, not because of.
Well, John, you also need your soul. You need to know the thing. You're gonna feel bad. You're gonna feel fear. Everyone feels that. It's called anxiety, which we're supposed to feel. If you lose your job, you're supposed to feel fuck. What am I going to do? It gets you to go move up and survive and get another job.
Yeah.
You know what, Georgie? I had a friend who went through a very difficult time, personal loss. Okay, and I often his loss was so severe. Multiple family members that I often asked him, how do you possibly cope with this amount of grief and pain and loss? How do you do it? And he goes, you just have to accept the fact that this is what it feels like to be alive. You're all your feelings are not going to be good ones. It's not going to all be sunsets and rainbows. You're going to have difficult times in life, and they manifest feelings. And those feelings, the thing that you don't do is numb them and blunt them and turn them off and take drugs to suppress them. You got to feel them. You got to feel them and deal with the feeling and feel terrible and cry and feel lonely and alone, and then get that out. And then you'll start getting back into life, and things pick up, and you never lose your memories. You never lose that grief, but you still move on. You still find life worth living because you understand how it feels.
He chose to be a survivor. He chose to be a survivor, just like the people in Auschwitz who survived the concentration camps. Speak to them. Speak to those people. What more could you go through than seeing your whole family get killed in front of you?
Yep.
And then every day you could be burned alive or gassed, or hung.
Well, I'll leave you with this final word because I got to interview Mr. USA after this, which would probably be a little more interesting in this conversation, but maybe not.
No, for sure.
Jimmy sent me a screenshot of they found a black hole with a light behind it somehow. supposedly black holes have so much gravity that they suck everything, including light, into the holes. That's what makes it black. So I don't know. He sent me a picture of it. It was
knowing Jimmy, it was a reflection of dust on the lens.
It was.
And he's already named it.
It's where his seat used to be in his truck.
It's called the albino black hole. That's what we're calling it. Anyway,
Okay,
but on that note,
albino
I got to wrap this thing up, guys. Love you. I had a fun today with John and George, and of course Jimmy the Bull is always very entertaining. And
I love Jimmy.
Let us know in the comments below who thinks that Jimmy's right. Are we living on a flat Earth? Is there a conspiracy going on here? Or do you think he's out of his mind? In the comments below, let us know.
And are there 666s all over your dollar bill?
Thank God Jimmy doesn't read the comments.
Oh, you know what, George? I forgot to show everyone. You sent me a great box of stuff. I have not tried the bagels. He sent me his protein bagels, and he sent me all the Lee Priest white chocolate stuff. My kids are devouring.
Those were good.
He made a white chocolate, John, with fruity pebbles in it.
Yeah. Oh, with fruity pebbles.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he sent me the white chocolate with the fruit in it. That was
the mangoes are good too. But you got to make a fruit. You got to find like a keto cereal you can put in there, George, so it doesn't have as much sugar.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I mean, I could put that Pop-Tart company. I could put that in.
You could crush that and crumb it up in there. Yeah, or you could just get like a keto cereal that has no net carbs in it.
Oh, are there keto cereal? I mean,
yeah. The cereal school. My favorite is the cereal school, or what does Amanda use out there?
What is it?
TheCerealSchool.com.
Go to the health food store. They got a whole variety of them.
TheCerealSchool.com is good because it doesn't have anything that bothers your stomach in there. It's like 0 net carbs. They're pretty amazing. I eat them all the time.
They're putting fiber in it.
Yeah. Who's putting fiber? Oh yeah, it's fiber. Definitely a lot of fiber.
There's still carbs.
Yeah, you gotta have fiber.
Anyway,
but there's still carbs in it.
But they're not digestible.
No, they're not. If fiber is a carb, but it's by definition not absorbable. So if you have 20 grams of carbs in something, but it's 19 grams of fiber, there's only 1 gram of carb that can be absorbed. That's what they call the net carbs.
It's only 4 calories.
That's the most important thing. You want low net carbs. So carbs are fine.
Dave,
as long
don't
as
you want to absorb? But don't you want? I mean, don't you want to absorb some of the carbs? I mean,
not if you're trying to lose weight. You're trying to make a low carb snack here, right? Isn't that the
not
idea?
if you're trying to fight big liver.
I've been doing that. I've made keto. I mean, there's a balance with flavor.
Yeah,
you know,
well, that's what I'm saying. But these taste really good. Try the Cereal School keto cereals. You can maybe mix it into your white chocolate mix there. A lot of protein too. All right, I got to wrap this up. Dave Palumbo here with the entire Whack Pack. We will see you next week. Valentino will be back, hopefully with a clear heart.